Soronas asks, when is the new video, Tim? Well, today is your lucky day. So what's been going on? Oh, as a disclaimer, obviously, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. This is just fun, recreation, and on with the show. Okay, so if you've been living under a rock or whatever, you probably heard about the short squeeze that Bitcoin had. Almost 1 billion of short sellers were liquidated in the last 24 hours, and this was posted on the 26th, 2 days ago. So in my previous videos, I was telling you how the whales were buying Bitcoin, and they were buying it right here, going and selling into, buying up from the weekends basically. But I told you, like a rubber band effect, it would just take some time for the supply shock to kick in. And the shorts kept wanting to short Bitcoin, and when the supply shock finally hit, they got wrecked, and they got wrecked again. Looks like it's still going on today. Right now, Bitcoin's playing around with $40,000. It's 39,300 right now, but I think I saw it go up as high as 40,000. What was that? 300, I think I saw. Anyway, but this channel is more about macro trends, right? We're not going to look at like every little nitpicking dollar here. So, basically, like my 2 videos ago, I was telling you about how, prepare for a dip. And then I think Million Token went down to right here, right around the low 40s, which was a good buying opportunity. I kind of didn't get it because I bought some at 40 here and I wanted lower prices. And I was okay with that. And I also bought some at 90. So right now we're kind of in the middle. I might pick up some more today. Everybody's different. I also have other issues. Like I gotta get a new roof for my house and a new deck and stuff. So I gotta need some cash for that before winter comes. So, everybody's different. Everybody has different risk tolerances and stuff. So, dollar cost average accordingly to your needs. So, we had that little dip here, and then we went up a lot with that short squeeze. And I was surprised. 2 things. One, that we only went down to the low 40s here of about $45, $44. So I think the weak hands have basically been shaken out for the most part. People that stuck around here are in it, I think, for the longer term. They didn't just buy and then want to make a quick buck. And with the Bitcoin short squeeze, I remember everybody was going crazy when Bitcoin went up like 10% or 13%, which is like an anthill, really. But, Million Token had gone up like over 40% in the meantime, the same time period, in that same day, the same 24 hours. So that was like, wow, that also surprised me a lot. It kind of made me mad that I didn't get down into here these $40. But, that's how it goes. When you have an investment that gives you a lot of alpha, you can also expect a lot of beta. So that means if Bitcoin goes down 10%, maybe something like this might go down 30, 40%. So you just got to have to hodl through the volatility. So that was the whales are buying here. And, okay, let's just take a look at what's going on with Million Token. So right now on the 4 hour, and I can't really go any higher time frame because there's just not a lot of price action because it was only been out for like 3 weeks or something like that. We're trying to find support on the 21 moving average on the 4 hour chart, which is good. The RSI is kind of rolling over a little bit. I could go no lower. I kind of drew this horizontal line here, but overall we're kind of going sideways. And I think if you want to, for the short term, if you're looking to scoop up some, I would probably do it at around, $64, $65, because this green line here shows that, support resistance. If we go below that line, maybe you're looking at like $55, and I don't think we're going to go below this line unless people start chasing after Bitcoin's gains. Like I said, when I was reviewing that altcoin cycle chart, my last video, how Bitcoin's dominance is probably going to go up as it approaches, the all-time highs, 60, 65,000, and altcoins I suggested might just not give the same amount of gains because Bitcoin's going to be in the spotlight. And that's kind of playing out, right? I said that this area right here is kind of like here, and I'm just going to go over that into a little bit more detail today with you. So back in mid-July of 2016, you can look at the alts, and they just kind of went down. And in fact, ETH fell 40 to 50% between mid-July to the end of the year of mid-December of 2016. And Bitcoin, I think, kind of went sideways and up. And I think we're kind of might be seeing that now also with where we are now. So it started going down in it's like mid-May, and yeah, I think we're going to continue to go down. I don't know if it's going to continue to go down all the way through the end of the year, but that's something that you got to be prepared for if that happens. I probably will be also looking at this chart, and when it starts going down to these lower levels, the lower band here, maybe I would be buying up some million token at whatever price that might be. So just because this channel is going down doesn't necessarily mean the price of your altcoin is going down. It just means that relative to Bitcoin, it's not going up as much. But yeah, so looking back over here, it did go down 50% if you looked at Ethereum back then. So, I'm looking for this to continue to go down. Probably won't break out of this upper channel until Bitcoin finishes breaking its all-time high of $65,000. And yeah, if you want to get alerts on that, just follow my channel, subscribe. And, you might also want to just follow my Twitter too, because I'm starting to post updates as they happen, like when we had this breakout here at 63, and then we just launched to like 78.5 or something like that soon after that. So yeah, when that breaks out, we're gonna have this giant parabolic move in alts probably over the next 6 months after that. And I got some tricks up my sleeve that can probably tell me about when this altcoin cycle is gonna roll over and you want to get out, because I'm not going to hold these altcoins for another 95-96% drop for another year. It's just too painful. If you have, everybody cashes out for different reasons. Some people, like my sister, she wants to just repair a fence in her backyard, so maybe she has a small investment and she just wants to cash out to fix her fence. Some people might be college education. For me, it's life-changing wealth, retirement. So if I get enough money to just be able to not to work, that's good enough for me. It doesn't matter if it's 5, 10, 20 million. It's just whatever that number is. And I don't necessarily want to have to time the top immediately or right at the very, very top. But yeah, I've got some tricks up my sleeve that can signal me when this top is in. So if you think that's interesting or want to know when I start cashing out, just follow the channel and I'll give you updates. So yeah, that's playing out as expected, as mentioned in my last video as well. So what else? Okay, let's talk about Bitcoin. So we know about the short squeeze. On the daily chart, which is what we're looking at right now, we still have resistance at the $45,000 mark. I think this is the 200-day moving average. And yeah, so technically we're still in a downtrend. We could hit this and start rolling over. But I think the big macro play here for me is, look, the whales have started buying the dip. I don't think we're going to go back down below 29,000 again. It could happen, right? I mean, it did over here. We had this parabolic move, came down, and we went down again. But this was that black swan event of the COVID-19. So, but I think it's just a matter of time before we break it, mainly because of the whales. The whales are buying. If there's some on-chain analysis that say they're selling again, well, I'll take that into consideration when that happens. but I think we might get rejected off of this, $45,000 move, and then retest support, and then go back. We'll have to retest this a couple times to break through. I think going straight through it, man, there'd have to be some other event like inflation and people flocking to gold and Bitcoin or something, some macro move to launch us straight through. But I think I believe in that term that Benjamin Cohen says, lengthening cycles and diminishing gains. So this purple line right here, or violet line, we could go sideways for a while and then go up. I could see a blow off top for Bitcoin, not at the end of this year, but perhaps next year. Although I'm hoping that won't happen. I don't want to work another year, but just keep that in mind. Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the same chart on the weekly. So you could argue that Bitcoin really is still in a bull trend. That 50% that 50% drop wasn't like a bear market. It's just a correction because look, we never broke this exponential ribbon, right? We just kind of came down to it. So naturally, I think we'll just kind of go up. But it was here in July of 2019 where we went up, we went sideways, and then we broke it. But we really didn't go down that far. Let's take a look at that real quick. So from the bottom of the exponential ribbon we went down another 20% to that blue line, and we know that blue line is right there. So yeah, I think the bottom's in. Again, mainly because the whales are buying. So I think in general, this is kind of like about mindset. So dollar cost average your buys. We're going sideways right now, and if you can get it at 65 or 55, I think that's good. If people start chasing the Bitcoin gains, they're going to be like, Bitcoin keeps going up 10, 20% a week or a day, and my altcoin's not doing anything. If they start selling their altcoins, we can go down lower. So, we have other levels down here. We can go retest, the $40 levels again to 32. But, we showed so much strength back here at these last two dips. It'd be interesting. I think the strong hands are here though, but other altcoins that have been around longer, they might have more volatility. Although it's a guessing game, right? But speaking about strong hands and weak hands, I kind of follow this who's in the top 25 thing, holders for a million token, and I've kind of noticed like the individuals that hold like 10,000 tokens or more, they're slowly getting more, like 300 or 700 or 1,000 more than what they had at the launch. So this is a good thing also because, if the weak hands are selling into strong hands, they're just going to keep buying up more. So that kind of caught my eye. The fear and greed index today is at 50, and it just seems like it was a couple days ago it was at like 10, and then it went to like mid 20s, and now it's at 50. So this is going up really, really fast. Another indication that, we're going up higher to higher levels. And again, it was mainly because of the Bitcoin short squeeze. So another thing I like to follow is Colin's, what does he call this? The CBBI historic chart. Colin Talks Crypto Bitcoin Bull Run Index. He has his own channel, Colin Talks Crypto. But he has this on his website, cbbi.info. Another way to gauge like how the market sentiment is in crypto, and I think it's better than the crypto fear index. It's just not widely known, and you could do a lot with it. But here's the Bitcoin price, and the dark blue line is the fear his index. So basically, we're at 54. 100 is like max peak you'd want to sell. So up here when it was 100, that was the peak. Here it was 78, but we didn't have that blow up top. I don't think the top's in yet for the cycle because we didn't even come close to 90. Usually, like I think around 90, 95, you could start dollar cost averaging out. But what caught my eye on this is see how on the right how it's kind of rounding down. I that's another reason to me showing that it might be this rounding down here, but it's not going straight down like it did when the cycle was over. So I think the market's just going through a recovery phase right now, and that's a good thing because I think we're going to go higher. I think that about covers it. Oh, I did notice that I've got 300 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Awesome, because I think last time I did this video or for YouTube, it was at like 200 or almost 200. So awesome, awesome, awesome. We're at here we are at L Bank and Gate.io. That's centralized exchanges for a million token. So I just want to throw this up here. I don't see a lot of volume, a lot of trading, and I just wanted to throw that out there. So if you're buying a lot, probably just stick with Uniswap or Pancake. And but if you're a small player and you just want to buy one or less or two or three, I think the prices might be cheaper on these exchanges, but the disadvantages are, I don't know where you live and if you're allowed to use the exchanges. Like if I'm a U.S. citizen, I don't know if I could use these exchanges, right? And then if you try to get around the rules using a VPN or something, they could always pull something like, oh, well, you have too much equity on our exchange, and now we need to KYC you. And if they find out that if you're a U.S. citizen, you're not supposed to be with them, then they can just hold your funds or something like that. So you don't want to put yourself in a situation like that. And so for me personally, I'm going to stick with Uniswap. I know the fee is a little higher, but I saw a video not too long ago posted on YouTube about somebody was comparing PancakeSwap and Uniswap. And although the fees are lower on PancakeSwap, it seems to be more centralized. So I'm not too sure about that, but I'm going to just stick with Uniswap, and I don't mind paying the higher fees at the moment for now. I think that about wraps it up. So just stay the course, dollar cost average. Don't feel discouraged if million token doesn't outperform Bitcoin as Bitcoin launches to 65K, because when the altcoins finally do break out, they're going to massively outperform Bitcoin just because that's what it has done in the past. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.